So Unite the Kingdom, the protest you had in London, I saw videos of it. Rob, I don't know if you want to pull it up. The videos look like how many people, I hear numbers. I know the people who don't like you, they said it's 100,000. The videos look like millions are out there. Give me the premise behind the event and how many people was out there. The energy looked amazing with Elon Musk going out there speaking. Maybe tell us a little about the event.
So this is our fifth event. So we started with 30,000. We then went to 100,000. We went to 200,000. And this Saturday we had millions of bricks. Millions. Okay. Now what's funny is watching them say 110,000 without just realizing that we had 2 million people watching live on X. So, and then you had millions that would have attended. Everyone there and anyone watching the videos, which are now reaching tens and if not hundreds of millions of people, can see it wasn't 110,000. So they just exposed themselves time and time again. This was the biggest protest in British history ever. Probably doubled the size of any protest. For years, we've heard about the Iraq War protest. It was the biggest thing that this country's ever seen. No, this Saturday, Unite the Kingdom, the British public standing up and saying, we're not being replaced and staying silent anymore. You're not having uncontrolled mass immigration, endangering our daughters, endangering our wives, whilst then beating us down with your racist labels, your fascist labels, or your Islamophobic labels. It doesn't wash anymore. It's broken. That has gone. That power that they had to install fear in a nation, because they did successfully for 20 years have everyone whispering. They had everyone whispering. That's gone. And every move they make, it's just backfired. It's literally like a fire's burning and they just keep pouring gasoline on it. Even their response to Saturday, they're just blowing the fire up even more. They're giving us more supporters. Every move they make, I just sit there and think, there's nothing you can actually do here. Yeah? There's nothing you can do to stop what has started. Now, our purpose of Uniting the Kingdom was to bring people together. This is Britain's MAGA. That's what it is, and it's not going anywhere. It's a movement of identity, of culture. We've lost our culture, and we've lost it intentionally because they have attacked it. They've attacked it, they've demonised it, and they've celebrated every other culture in this country. And as soon as we want to celebrate us, what you saw was the neglected, forgotten, silent majority coming out in their millions. And it was a wonderful day. The atmosphere was great. We had singers, we had entertainment. We united this kingdom in ways the government could only dream of.
Now, let me ask you. So while you're doing, how long ago did you set up this date? How long ago did your supporters know this was coming?
So I gave this date when I walked out of prison and said, so I just spent, as you know, I got an 18-month prison sentence for making a documentary. Right. Yeah? Remember, the public watch all of this. 167 million people watch that film. They know I went to jail and I took the prison sentence for reporting the truth. They know that. When the minute I got into jail, my first phone call, my first meeting with my team, as soon as I come in, I just said, set the date, because we need to start off where we left off. Now, they put me in prison. They arrested me on terrorism charges after our 100,000 event. There's never been 100,000 patriots gather in our capital city in a total peaceful, unifying celebration. So they were worried by that. And the next day I was detained under terrorism legislation at the border. And I've actually faced prison for that in 4 weeks' time because I refused to give them access to my phone. I'm a journalist. They detained me. Even when they detained me, they said, we know you're not involved in terrorism, Tommy, Stephen, but this legislation allows us to do this. And I said, so and then you have no right to remain silent, in which for 6 hours I was grilled by counter-terrorism police about my legal, lawful activism as a journalist, and also with the United Kingdom. They want to know who's behind it, how did you fund it, what's your plans next. I just told them straight, we're not going anywhere. I'll tell you, you'll see my plans next as we continue to grow this movement against you guys. And the reason I'm doing it is exactly what you've just sat down and said to me. Their first words were, the first question was, what do you think of Britain at the minute? I said, it's a totalitarian shithole. Because look what you've done. Exactly what you're doing now. This is a total abuse of power. When the British public, when you pass your laws, which is what they continually do, create the problem that they're doing now in mass migration, high levels of crime, high levels of violence, and then they'll come in with a solution, which is their digital ID, which Keir Starmer's government's already talking about doing. Because we'll be so desperate, because the level of crime and violence, and sexual assault, rapes, has gone through the roof. 2003, we had 8,000 rapes. 2023, we had 88,000.
Holy moly. Did you say 8 to 88,000, 11x?
8 to 88,000.
Wow. Whether you agree with Tommy or not, guess what? You can now get a hold of him on Connect. He will respond back on Connect. You can simply download the app. He's officially on there. Ask him any question. You agree with him. You don't agree with him. An article, something you saw, but now you can get direct contact with Tommy Robinson on Connect. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.